Hello, YouTubers. Undercoating.
Undercoating.
Brand new.
Oh, I know. Isn't it nice?
Brand spanking new.
Spanking new.
500 kilometers.
Sweet.
So a customer has two of these, and he's bringing the two of them in here today. What we're doing with this particular car, it's brand new, like I say, and he's brought it in to get it completely undercoated. Now, we've made an attempt in the past, maybe last week or so, to show undercoating and how we do it. And, well, Kathy, you can tell them what happened.
Doesn't work out too well. It's messy, it's dirty, it's smelly. I'd have to suit up in gear to be out here.
Yeah, and then, of course, then she started complaining about the undercoating and how that smelled.
Well, now you don't need to tell them.
Yeah, but
you
came out after I was after eating beans. See?
Oh. So really, undercoating don't smell like that?
No, you weren't smelling the undercoating.
Oh,
First of all, before we get into too much of this foolishness, I'd like to say hello to Ayla.
Yes, Ayla, hello, good to see you again.
Yeah, Ayla is a little girl that watches us with her dad, and she likes to watch the little baby tractor.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, so hi Ayla. Hope you're watching this.
You know she's watching.
Won't be long, Santa be coming.
Sure.
Hey? Yeah. I'll get another couple of bags of coal.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get the stocking. I get them in bags and boxes.
Oh yeah.
I'm expecting about after this summer, maybe 10 ton.
So what are you trying to tell us? You're naughty?
Pretty well. Yeah, I'm naughty. Well, I peeved off a regular viewer about we were talking politics, so.
Well, he brought it up.
Well, he brought it up. We were putting the sticker up about New Hampshire.
Yeah, and he voiced his opinion.
And I said, New Hampshire, I said, would be a kind of state that I'd like to live in. And he said, look, I shouldn't get involved in this, but I'm not happy with. I'm not happy with the people who live in New Hampshire or something along them lines. And I said, well, I don't know about that, you know, so. That was all fine and dandy, so it ended up being a Trump and Clinton type of thing, and anyway, well, somebody's coming. So anyway, our guest just left.
Yeah, so where were we?
And I don't know where we were, but anyway, so this we got back to this political thing. I usually try not to get involved in political thing, but this guy always had a good sense of humor, see?
Oh, yes.
Right? So, and you know what I am like, right?
Yes.
Look, folks, I grew up, my mom died when I was 13, so I was raised by my brother-in-law and my sister. And my brother-in-law is a French-Canadian, and he's very, very political. And I can remember coming home, I used to work with him, and I'd come home and I'd sit down and he'd say something political, and of course, whatever he said, just to instigate an argument, I would go with the opposite.
Oh, yes,
right?
You were having fun with it.
Oh, I was having some fun, but I mean,
make it a sport.
Like he would flare up so quick, it was just like throwing gas into a fire. And I'd be there eating my supper, and it was live entertainment. This little French guy was literally losing his mind at the supper table, and I was enjoying supper. I mean, it was perfect entertainment. So I kind of did this to our viewer. He basically told me who he was, rooting for. So I pulled the opposite.
Yeah, that's right. To play along.
Hey, it don't matter to me who's running for president. Man, Mickey Mouse could be running for president. Don't have any effect on us whatsoever.
No.
So, but anyway, it got out of hand. Anyway, he said he unsubscribed and he blocked me and all this, so bye.
Yeah, it's too bad.
It is.
Well, they really take it really
serious.
So
it's all in fun, but it's not in fun, I guess.
But it did start out telling us we shouldn't have liked a certain
Well, he
state.
did start out saying we shouldn't like New Hampshire because New Hampshire is full of, and he used these 3 letters. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
So, and apparently they were bad people. So, and I really didn't think so. There's bad.
So it's okay to do that, but it's not okay for you to say, "Hey, I don't agree with your choice."
And he kind of insulted our prime minister, and then I said, "Yeah, but like one thing our prime minister is good at, and that's selfies. That's good enough for me because that's as deep as I gets into politics. If a guy takes a good selfie, he's a good prime minister."
Exactly.
That's how I says.
And he got nice hair.
And he got nice hair. He don't have these comb overs. He don't look like he's wearing roadkiller, and he got his own natural hair, right? So, but anyway, now let's get back to the undercoating. That's my little rant for today. So anyway, basically this car came in, it's a brand new car, and I just wanted to show you folks what we do here. I'm not going to show you me spraying undercoating, for God's sake. That's
I'm
like
not
watching,
filming that.
and you're not going to film it anyway.
No.
But it's like watching paint dry.
Sure.
Except this don't dry. So anyway, the car came in. It had these plastic skid pans under it.
Yeah, these.
There they are. So I'm dropping all the skid pans, and I have it all undercoated, as you can see. But a lot of shops who are lazy drill out rocker panels. And there's really, really no reason to drill out rocker panels in some cases. So what the person should do who's performing the duty of undercoating is put the thing up under ramp first and start to looking under it and see if there's any plugs. Now just come over here, Kathy. And if you look at these things, these are chock full of plugs.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's two layers of rocker panels. There's an inner one and an outer one. And you can basically spray all through these things without having to drill a hole in the rocker panel.
Yeah.
So that's very Smurfy, folks. You know, it's the same thing applies here. You can pull out the plugs, you can get in there, and you can fill these things up all down through the frame rail, all down through the frame rail. What I also like to look at is anywhere, just come over on this side, Kathy. Anywhere you see a joint like that, I like to fill it up with stuff. And there, I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuffs, folks.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuffs.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I saw something like that, I had a very severe cold, a flu.
Ew.
So.
Ew.
And then, like, I like to get inside the cradle, and I like to spray in along the cradle, all up along here, all in along the fuel lines. Now, the fuel lines on this, folks, is plastic, but there's still metal up above it. So what's going to happen now is we have everything sprayed there up in front under the hood, and we have, you might want to come over here, Kathy, and I'll show you what else you do. So if you guys are doing this home, there's a blanket. Whoops, come over here on this side. There's a blanket up there, and it's laid over the windshield.
Yes.
And it's laid over the windshield so the overspray don't get on the front glass. That way when you turn on your wipers, it don't smear. And so come over here and I'll show you the tooling that we use. When we're doing inside doors or panels, that's hard to get at.
Go around here because I'm into the light.
Yeah. Go into the light.
Don't be so mean.
Well, you know.
No, I don't know.
So this goes on to the end of that high pressure gun.
Yep.
And when you spray, this sprays 360 degrees. Right? Right? This is the one that I use probably the most. Now, you might have to point that over there so we can show them how this works. See? That's a lot of material coming out of there right away. 360 degrees. Now, if we're doing trucks, pickup trucks, I use this one quite a lot. And what I like to do with pickup trucks is I like to take the taillights out. And I like to go down along the top of the box, just above the wheel well. And I like to throw this right in. And this sprays probably that far in a mist, 360 degrees. And I like to, it's like you're doing when you're removing, what do you call that? When you're removing fat from your tummy? When you're doing a liposuction.
There you go.
Jeez, just imagine. I remember that and I can't remember what I had for breakfast. It's like you're doing liposuction. You got to go in and out and in and out.
Made you a lovely breakfast and you forgot it already.
Yeah, pretty well did.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, after all, it's 11 o'clock.
I know, but I mean, really.
So this goes on as a quick connect, and this goes on the end, and of course you just keep spraying them around, and that's what happens, and that's how you undercoat them. Now, a lot of people will come in here and want their trucks undercoated, and you'll look down and you find out that it's full of gravel. That's a waste of money.
Yeah.
So if the days are right, what I usually tell the customer, look, you can go and put it through the car wash, which is probably going to do very little for taking the mud off the chassis. Sometimes we'll even high pressure wash the chassis in the box, and I have a special wand made up with 3 special snozzles on it, and they spray wide and they spray hard, and we go in and out under the truck, and you get up and you look, and then we take it up on the highway and we blow dry it.
Yeah. I stepped in here because there's no reason that I need to be out there in the rain.
Why?
Because I was getting wet.
I was wondering how
well,
it
you
was
don't
going
want
to
the
take.
camera to get wet.
Yeah, but the camera was in enough. I only knew you were getting wet.
So we got rain, drizzle, and fog, so we got another poopy day.
Yeah, poopy day. Don't go any further than that.
Oh, I'm not.
Don't step it up a poop notch.
I'm not going anywhere.
Because everybody, you know, poop is going to hit the fan. And
don't step up your poop notch.
oh, yeah.
I wasn't going to.
So anyway, folks, that's how we do these vehicles. It's basic. They're all basically done the same. Now, hang on, now I'll show you what else we do here.
Same but different.
Well, they're the same but different. But a lot of guys are reporting that when they do undercoating, or when they get their undercoating done, they never think about doing under the doors or doing the frame rails and stuff,
or behind the lights, like I said.
Or rocker panels, or behind the lights. And,
yep.
you know, if you look here, there's plugs here.
Correct.
And we just did this, and there's a plug here, and there's a plug up here. So what happens is now, while I do these things first, I drill them out, 1/2 inch, and then we put our wand in, and what we do is we spray a film all in around. We soak this area all in here, all down over the dog's leg here, and all this is full of undercoating. So technically that should never corrode. The door is drilled out, and the wand is put in and is sprayed in there, and usually if you remove the door, you'd see it probably halfway up the door, maybe 1/3 up the door, because they usually don't rust beyond that. The disadvantage to this is under each door, there's little vents, and they will bleed out. The moisture will bleed out, because when you turn on your fan in the car, it creates a pressurized system, a pressurized cab. So the pressure is going to bleed out through here, and you're going to see some undercoating here for probably the way I do them, maybe 2 years. But folks, it only goes to show it's been done.
Yeah,
and if
you'd
you
rather see the undercoat rather than the rust.
If you wash your vehicle periodically, you won't even notice that. It's better to have the dirt than it is the rust.
That's right.
What year was your Ford Fungus? Well, you had 2.
I did. The latest one I think was 06.
06. We sold that 5 years later. We used to pull in, like, I remember pulling in one time to Princess Auto, and there was one there the exact same years as ours. You could pick it up and look through it. It was that rusty.
From one side to the other.
It was gone. And yours never had any rust whatsoever.
Back.
And when we put it down by the road for sale, a lady came in, we put it up, wanted to put it on the ram. No, she said, I can see it's not rusty. I said, we refuse to sell it to you until you see it on the ram. And her and her husband looked at it, and there was not one peck of rust on it, was it?
No, it's fabulous.
Yeah, so it's, what do you be looking at?
Well, you don't need to concern yourself with that.
But you're looking at your hand like it's...
I snapped a picture.
You know, I thought you were thinking about going on compensation or something, the way you were holding it. Anyway. So folks, yeah, so that's what we do. Under the hood is done as well. Maybe we can show them.
Yeah, if you must know, I was snapping a picture.
Okay, well I didn't know, you know, I was just sinking.
Concerned that, that I was going to be going on compensation.
Yeah. Maybe that light will go off. That door's closed. Oh, I got the door closed, so I'm not going to jump in.
No.
So basically that's it, folks, and that's how we do it. So now I'm going to put it all back together, and I'm going to put it out and wait for the other one to show up. Other one is a service, and the other one's the next oldest one in this.
Yeah, a few other things to do on that one.
New tires and whatnot. So folks, we haven't shown you exactly how we do it, but we explained to you how we do it.
Oh, that's right. It's just too messy
Yeah.
to be doing it.
You know, like I told Kathy not to be so foolish. You know, if you do pass out, I'll drag you out and put you out by the door so you can get some fresh air in you, but nah.
As
That
The
was
reason they didn't see it was my fault, so
Yeah.
don't be mad with you.
well. That's right. Don't be mad with me. It's the videographer's problem.
Yeah, not
So-
my problem.
So I guess
That's what you say, not my problem.
not my problem. That's it.
So if you get any complaints, not my problem.
Yeah. So any questions of why it wasn't filmed?
Direct them.
Direct them to Kathy. And I wouldn't hold my breath in getting an answer.
No, don't hold your breath.
No. Because she, quite frankly, folks, she just don't give a poop.
No.
Hey? But anyway, that's the tools we use. That's how we do it. And the more you can get off the vehicle while you're undercoating, the better. The plugs we use are 1/2-inch plugs. That's what they look like. You drill your hole 1/2 inch and they go in, and when you go to redo them a year later, you push in, you throw that back in the door, and you redo them and you put new plugs in.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. There it is on the Camping No Tizzer. Okay? So folks, that's it. That's as close as I can get to you through showing you a true undercoating job. But that's how it's done. That's how we do it. That's how we've always done it. That's how we'll continue to do it.
Yep.
So with that, we're going to say goodbye until the next video. We don't know when that is. That could be this afternoon. It could be tomorrow.
Saying goodbye, Ayla.
Yeah, and goodbye, Ayla. Thank you for watching, my dear. And we'll see you next video, folks. Take care, and God bless.